Hi, welcome to the stream. I hope the fan isn't too loud. Let me know in the chat, please, if it's too loud. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully you can't hear it too much. So, yeah, I do this stream every Thursday at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. UK time, and you can join on the stream on the YouTube, or you can join me on Zoom, and I post the Zoom link on my Facebook page, and there's a link for that as well in the description. Yeah, it's just Wholeness Speaks Non-Duality, I think, on Facebook. Um, so you can join on Zoom. So the title for the talk. It was a very last minute title. I couldn't think of anything. So I didn't have a clue what I was talking about. So I called it This Is It. So we shall see. So I'll do the introduction. So you're free to join on the Zoom now. And then yeah, I'll open for any questions. Oops. No. Hi. So the fact that I didn't know what to call this is actually quite interesting. Just didn't have a clue what to call this. Like to call what it is that is being spoken about. I just knew that there was a stream at 5 o'clock, and I had to get ready um about 4:30, start to come upstairs and get things ready. But I didn't really know what I was gonna talk about. And that's quite a frightening thing. Um, normally when you're say you're giving a presentation or something, a talk in an auditorium and you don't know what you're gonna say, that's quite a frightening thing normally. But what's being spoken about in non-duality isn't actually something you can learn. Obviously, you can learn ideas about it, but you can't really learn non-duality. You can't like prepare a non-duality script. Like, okay, so there's no one there. Check. This is it. Check. Your thoughts aren't true. Check. You can't like prepare a non-duality script. I guess you could, but it's that wouldn't really be non-duality. And this is what's beautiful about non-duality, is that it isn't in the head. It isn't it isn't in the head, it isn't thoughts, it isn't ideas or beliefs. I mean, there are stories and ideas and beliefs, concepts and frameworks and things we pick up, but it's not actually that non-duality. What's being pointed to isn't any of that. It isn't what you've heard a speaker speak, it isn't what you've read in a book. That's what's so beautiful about it. So the title is This Is It. If you're new to this subject, then that may be um, a curious title. Like, what does that mean? If you're not new to this subject, you've heard that before, that phrase before, this is it. And you may have ideas about what that means. You may even think, oh, I know this already. I know what this is. I know what this means. Either way, it doesn't matter really. But I'll just speak about yeah, what that is. And even if like you've heard that before, this is it. You think, oh, I know that already. I've heard it before. Like that's not true. So that's a great opportunity to see the untruth of that thought. So, so it's so beautiful. So this is it, the way that it's seen or expressed here is referring to it's referring to what is happening. And that what is happening is everything that you've been longing for. That the simplicity of what is happening, what is all there is. And that's what's been longed for. So identified to mind, identified to thinking, there is this seeking and looking for, let's just call it happiness, fulfillment, love, home. And it's believed that that can be found in the flow of life, that can be found in the story of life, that can be found in your thinking, in you acquiring the right experiences and the right things. And so all of the energy and attention is in that dream, thinking of the future, thinking of what can be attained or what the problem is. What's the obstacle to attaining those things? So this is the habitual condition of being human, to be identified with thinking, the thinking mind, and this story of you. And why I resonated so much with speakers and non-duality in particular was because non-duality was pointing to that fulfillment, to that arriving, let's say, to that home. And it was pointing to it as this, as what is already here, what is currently happening, what is not in this story of who I thought I was and in time. So it was a real radical pointing to freedom. You know that image of a carrot on a stick, this constant chasing the next, future, future, future. It was very much a pointing to what is here, what already is. So there was no arriving, it was here, it was already everything. And that's what's so difficult or impossible for the seeking mind, the person who lives in the mind. It's on this journey in time to somewhere. And what's being lovingly, radically pointed to is this freedom, this peace, this freedom, this happiness, this joy that is, that is, and doesn't require someone to get to it because it is. And so if this is, if what's happening is what's happening and this is it, who is this one who's trying to find something else than what is already here? Like who's rejecting this room, these hands, the sound of the train, who's rejecting this and wanting something else in the future, whether they call it success or enlightenment or liberation or a better job or a family or what is this one wanting this other thing than what's happening? And so it's a really radical, profound subject, meeting, pointing, speaking, questioning, revealing, exposing. And so there's often laughter that comes up because, well, I don't know why really, it just comes up, this laughter I guess it's at the, I don't know, like the unbelievableness or something, like like at the immediacy of this, the resonance of this freedom that already is. But there's also tears that can come up and anger and all different emotions as well, which is totally understandable. This loss of the validity or the realness and the importance of that person in time, like from carrying, imagine carrying like loads of bricks, boulders, even like carrying these bricks, and then you're being told those bricks are actually empty. You don't need to carry those bricks, and they've gone, and it's like, oh, it's oh, so lots of emotions can come up. And I think maybe Tony Paulson, I'm not sure, someone has said that the reason why this tends to be a gradual thing, or opening, or awakening to this, is because it would be too much to be blasted open. It would be too much. And so often it does seem to be this expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, or the veil coming back over and then back over. So it seems to be a getting out of the head, a getting out of living in thinking. This wakefulness that isn't wakefulness that isn't asleep, that isn't dreaming in thoughts, dreaming in ideas of being someone, ideas of time. this life, this raw life happening. This movement happening. This changefulness happening. Mm. This is it. Look at this train going past. Yeah. This is it. Life happening. So you're welcome to join on Zoom. And I'm open to any questions. Let's have a drink. Okay, I'll just go to the chat. Oops. Oh, we have to move on. Okay. Let's go to the chat. Hi, hi. Is no next same thing as no past? Yeah, there's no time. So no next meaning no future and no past. So yeah, it's the same thing. So practically, yes, there's time. We use time, we plan things. I say I'm streaming at 5 o'clock on Thursday, so there is seemingly time, but there is no actual time. Like here, there's no time. Time appears as a function that we have as a brain to imagine the next hour, the next week. But no. And that's where we live. We, as this idea, this person lives in time. It lives in this horizontal. It's come from somewhere and it's heading to somewhere. Without time, that space, without time, there was just what's happening. What does it feel like? Oh, it's a meter. What does it feel like, or how? I'll just check on Zoom a minute. So in Zoom, feel free to let me know if you want to ask anything or say anything. That you can raise your hand or something, or just unmute. Um, yeah, yeah. Hi, Deepa, you can unmute.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi.
Um, yeah, I wanted to ask you about like I've been looking into like contemplation like this week,
Okay.
and I wondered whether you did any contemplation.
What do you
And
mean by that? Can you say what it is? Like, you mean just sitting and thinking? What do you mean?
yeah, like um putting the attention on here-ness, nowness, or this, and pondering what it is. Like because you say this is it, this is it, and then what is this? Like, because it's difficult to know what this is. Like,
Yeah, I'm not saying this is it in that way. That sounded very different to how I mean to say it. I'm saying this is it.
yeah,
Give you a difference, like this.
yeah,
This
I get it.
is what's been longed for. This is it. It's here. This is what's happening. Is it? It's here. This is it.
Yeah. So for me, this, like, when I say this, I don't know if it's the same. This is when
Yeah.
you say this. But for me, this
Mm.
is is like is like what's always here.
Yeah.
But I overlook it or I don't pay attention to it a lot of the time. But it's like I don't know if that's the same this that you talk about.
Yeah. Well, it sounds as if you're saying you are also here constantly, permanently, and sometimes you're not able to focus on it or be aware of it. Sometimes you are, as if you are a constant person, consistent thing. But that's not true, that you aren't a constant, as in you, this idea of yourself isn't a constant thing that can be aware of it.
No.
So
Yeah.
it claims to want to be permanent and consistent,
Mm.
but it itself is an appearance appearing. It's not a truth, it's an appearance.
You mean I'm an appearance? Oh, yeah. It's like there's something always here, ever present, and it has no qualities or and I can kind of sense it. And it's here. It's like it's here now, and like there's no time or space or anything like that in it because there's no boundaries or borders or yeah. But I feel like that's what I'm contemplating into that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And who are you?
yeah, that's weird because it feels like I'm both. Like, okay, as I'm speaking, I'm the thought. I mean, I'm the hearing, but I'm saying this, but I'm also before it, or because I sense what I'm saying. So it's like there's the words and then there's the knowing of the words, which is like in this space. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah.
conflict. Yeah. So strange. Yeah. So it's like there's the words and then there's and what knows the words.
Have you ever like sat and listened to a talk, a non-duality talk in
Yeah.
particular, but
Yeah.
anything really, but and you've like there's just been everything, there's just been what is happening.
Yeah. I don't know if it's when I listen to a non-duality talk, I feel like spaciousness.
Yeah,
Like I feel it right now, but
yeah. And is there also movement happening, appearance happening? So the
yeah,
bump and the seat, the birds flying in past the window, the walls.
yeah, like it's like everything's registered here. But what registers it, this everything, is not really, I don't know. It's like everything's registered, like it's like a screen or something, yeah.
Yeah, it's like two different parts to it, because I think what's being spoken about here isn't necessarily a registering of it.
Yeah,
What's being spoken about here is it. So
yeah,
not a separateness from it, watching and registering it, but the actual bird, the actual wall, the
yeah,
actual hand,
mm,
like this fullness of everything.
yeah. I don't know. No, no, yeah, I don't feel a fullness. Or maybe sometimes I do, but mostly it's like um, there's something that's a nothing that senses everything. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's like there's a quality to this moment or being or what, I don't know, whatever it is. There's this thisness, this here-ness that like everything's known in this.
Yeah.
That and that and when I put my attention on it, it feels very spacious.
Yeah. You know when you fall in love,
Yeah,
like you fall in love and like you disappear and there's just that love
yeah, yeah. I guess it could be a bit like that too sometimes.
and you disappear and there's just everything. There's just what's happening.
Yeah, no, I feel a bit stoned.
A bit what, sorry?
Stoned.
Stoned. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's love or
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by stoned. Um,
yeah. So yeah, maybe I'm not explaining myself very well. I don't know. Yeah, just so yeah, I guess my question was, did you have to contemplate? So I don't know what for contemplation, I guess, is
um,
into this moment,
so
like looking into this moment.
um, yeah, I guess contemplation is a big part of this, like, or you call it self-inquiry, however you want to call it, contemplating this subject. Um, Contemplating it, but also like dropping into this in some
Ah,
way, like dropping into this.
it does feel like a dropping sometimes. Dropping into who I am, or yeah, the sense of me dropping into that, which is like the sense of me can also be like the here-ness, the now-ness. It all feels the same to me. Yeah. I hear so many words about this, and it all kind of rolls into one.
Yeah, it's not really important the different ways
Mm.
of describing it.
But the quality of it is like doesn't it feels like it's spacious or it doesn't have a particular form or anything. And it's here, right here, and it's always here, and it doesn't change. That's what it feels like to me here. Don't know if you resonate with that.
Um,
Or is what you talk about something completely
I don't think it's completely different. It's just
am I heading in the wrong direction?
it's not it's not that at all. Let's just see what the words are. I'm not sure what the words are.
Mm.
So what we are isn't something moving and changing. It isn't an experience or an emotion or an object that we can imagine in our heads. It isn't a nothing that we can imagine on our heads. It really can't be found as something. It can't be known as something. And so what is left is everything. Like the end of being something means there's everything left. So it's nothing and everything. And there's such a completeness in that. If you're nothing, you must be everything, which is what this is. Has that cleared it up at all?
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Deepa. Can you mute? I'll just mute you, Deepa, so it's clear that you've finished speaking.
Sorry, was you just speaking to me or
Hi, Saeed.
I? I just joined them. I couldn't find the link. But that's
Sorry,
okay.
do you have a question or anything? Or
No, I'm okay now. Right.
no. Okay, I'll just mute you. Let's check on the chat. Is that you on the chat, Saeed? Would you prefer to speak your question? What?
You can read it. I can't even remember now what question
Oh,
was it.
okay. I just saw it on the chat. What does it feel like or something? What does it feel like or how will I know it's just what's happening? Would you rather
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
would you rather speak it?
Yeah, the question came up when you were saying that who it is that uh, this immediacy or what this is happening, and who is it that then knows it? Like who is it that wants to know this, or who is it that and then that question came up that of course you cannot know it, uh, but and then of course like there's a sense intellectually that yes, this is only just what's happening, but this that knows it, it's still there. Like it seems that shouldn't be there, or that knowing is an obstacle to what's happening.
Well, that knowing, that saying, what do you say? There's just what's happening. That is what's appearing. That is what's happening.
That knowing is also just what's happening.
Yeah, it's not an obstacle. It's just what's happening. It's not a truth. It's not. It's not a truth. Nothing is a truth. But it's just what's happening.
Okay.
The suffering is that's true. The suffering is claiming that as I know what's happening, and that is true. It's truth.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it feels here, that yeah, finally, okay, I that's just what's happening. And but somehow I think that there's a sense of that I know that I know, like
I know that I know.
yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no obstacle to this. There can't be.
Yeah, it was kind of seeing that there's like no next, like there's a the word next is just impossible, and there was a kind of resonance with that.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is it.
yeah, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the resonance with it is this is it. It's resonating
Yeah,
outside of time, outside of thinking. Outside the ideas of past and next, the ideas of you and me.
the no next also makes the past disappear. It's kind of same thing, isn't it? That the impossibility of next is also impossibility of the past. That's how I kind of see it. That is,
It really isn't a mental thing.
yeah. To figure out past is also, it's like figuring out next kind of thing. Or saying that that there is no past is it will always be a step that that there is no past. That will be also be for me, as it resonates here, like that will also be just like a next thing. Yeah, just
Did you have any other questions?
no, thank you.
Thank you, Clay. Go back to the chat. Hi, Kate. What are we then if there's no person or awareness? What are we then if there's no person or awareness? Well, even the idea of we, what are we? Like it's already in dream, really. It's already in the idea of separation. We. But I use the word we as well. What are we then? Well, that is kind of that is the not kind of, that is the discovery. That is what's being spoken about in this switch, in this revelation. Like, what are we? Which is the same as saying what we are not as well. Like through discovering what we're not, we discover what we are, which isn't anything. They're unfindable. They're unfindable. And yet, at the same time, there is this. So initially we think we're someone in the head, we're an idea, we're a thought. Then we think we're an emotion. All these different ideas of what we are. But they can't be what we are because they're always changing and moving. Any idea we believe to be true will change. So even saying your awareness, that's an idea. That will change. And this is the discovery. No one can actually tell you what you are. It's a discovery. And I feel it's the most important discovery. But it won't be found in the head as an idea, as a belief system, as an experience. It can only be discovered here. Only be discovered as this, right here, not in time. As this. Thank you, Pretty. Auden, is it Auden? Auden. Everything, everything always changing, nothing always still. Everything, everything always changing. Nothing always still.
Hi, Kelly.
Just get back to Zoom. Sorry, I'm on YouTube. Hi. Oh, Anita.
Hi, isn't it like so everything is seemingly changing and nothing is changing.
It's another way of saying it, yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Hmm. Thanks. Yeah. So when it's so I don't yeah, it's really wonderful when I'm speaking, then there is a different energy. It's thanks.
Oh, hi, Deepa. You muted.
Oh yeah. When we're talking about the non-changing, isn't is the non-changing here right now?
Always, yeah. It can't not be.
And is it possible to perceive the non-changing? Or
No, because it isn't a thing, it isn't an object.
and how do you know it's non-changing?
Well, you don't know it. You don't know it, like you don't know it intellectually. It's just it's just not a thing. So you can't, so knowing something is already a thing, it's already a movement. So if this is, let's say, prior to movement, let's just say that, then it can't be known because it's already before the knowing happens.
Can you say it's what is that which knows?
Yeah, you could say whatever you want, really. You could say that it's that which knows, but again, it's not knowing like that. It's that which is, maybe is better, I don't know, but it's that which isn't and is. It's like the mind wants to capture it as a thing it can sit in and know, but it's not like that.
Mm.
Like the mind is born out of this and it wants to look back and know it,
Mm.
know it's where it's from, know its home, know its knowing.
Yeah.
But that's okay as well. That's what's happening. It's an appearance. It doesn't need knowing.
Yeah, I can see myself trying
Mm, yeah,
to look for it.
yeah. That's the function of the mind is to understand and know and to that's
Yeah.
the function of it.
Is it that sees the looking or the so I can see myself trying to grasp it, the knowing. I can see myself talking, I can see myself like almost trying to grab at it.
Yeah.
So something's perceiving the grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually the whole thing will just be indivisible.
Mm.
Have you heard of Ganga G? When she went to see Papaji, he just said, "Stop, just stop, just stop, just stop." It was a beautiful. I'm not saying stop as a prescription, but like, there's a beautiful like, there's a beauty in that. Just stop, just stop. The whole thing, just stop. And it really is like that. Like it's just stop. Oh, thank you, Deepa.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for joining the stream. Um, yeah, it's been beautiful. I'll just end the YouTube. Thank you on YouTube. Thank you.